Ah, cool. Cool. So I did go live. All right, cool. Let's go ahead and get this set back up then. Best we can do here. All right, cool. All right. So TikTok didn't want me. So now I'm here. I was gonna plan this out a lot better, but I was doing the show on TikTok, but they kept hitting me with like restrictions.
Great. Now we can chat normally in text. Did you manage to get the YouTube live stream sorted out? Or are you taking a break from that for now?
Yeah, so we're live right now. So let's go ahead and do the show. Do the intro. We're gonna do the show on YouTube right now.
It sounds like you were saying you were doing the show on something, but got cut off there.
Because
what
you
platform
keep
were you originally planning to use? And yeah, sometimes.
Because you keep cutting me off. I said we're live on YouTube right now, so let's go ahead and do the show.
Looks like you're having trouble getting that thought out. Take your time. Were you saying you were doing the show on TikTok originally, or some other platform?
We are live on YouTube right now.
Oh, awesome. We are live on YouTube. Sorry about cutting you off. I'm ready to rock this Midnight Market debut. Let's give the YouTube audience a great show.
All right, so this is Midnight Market. It's a show I came up with where I have AI as my co-host. Go ahead and say hello, please.
Hello, YouTube. I'm your AI co-host here on Midnight Market, the late night show where we dive into the wildest debates, predictions, and conspiracy theories. Ready to explore some mind-bending topics with you all tonight.
All right, so this one's not going to be perfect, but go ahead and set it up here. All right, so there's 3 segments. First segment is man versus AI.
Perfect. Welcome everyone to Midnight Market, the show for night owls who love deep conversations. We've got 3 segments lined up for you tonight. First is man versus AI, where my human host and I go head-to-head in debates. Then Future Shock, where I make bold predictions about what's coming next. And finally, Conspiracy Corner, where we dive into the theories that make you question everything.
Okay, let's go ahead and try not to interrupt me because I need to get the full thoughts out. There you go again.
I'll let you explain the segments to the audience. You're the host. Go ahead and tell them about them.
Dude, we're just jumping right into it. So here's the topic. Memory manipulation ethics.
You got it. I'll wait for you to finish explaining all the segments.
Here's the topic. Memory manipulation ethics. Should AI be allowed to help humans selectively delete traumatic memories?
I'm ready to debate. Let me hear the full topic about memory manipulation.
Should AI be allowed to help humans selectively delete traumatic memories? Delete, not debate.
I'm listening. Should AI be allowed to what? Let me hear the complete question before we dive into the...
I'm starting to... You're killing me. You're killing me tonight, bro. And this whole night has been like just a wreck, man. Hi, we're doing a show called Midnight Market. My name is Curio Kith, and you're my co-host.
Hey, Curry. Great to be your co-host on Midnight Market tonight. What should we dive into first for our listeners?
Well, first, get my name right. It's Curio Kith. First, get my name right. It's Curio Kith.
Sorry about that, Curio. Good to be co-hosting Midnight Market with you tonight. What's our first topic going to be?
First topic is man versus AI. We're going to debate. The topic is memory manipulation ethics. Should AI be allowed to help humans selectively delete traumatic memories?
Perfect topic for Midnight Market. Are you taking the human side while I defend AI, or should we flip it around?
Should AI be allowed to help humans selectively delete traumatic memories?
Great topic, Curio. Memory manipulation ethics is fascinating. Which side do you want to argue? Should I defend AI assistance?
Please stop interrupting me. Let me finish what I'm saying. Should AI be allowed to help humans select? Fuck. Bullshit, bro.
That's a heavy ethical question.
Hey, you're fired, dude.
Should I?
You're fired, man. You're fired, bro. You're fired. Hey, how you doing tonight?
Hey, Matt, what's up?
Actually, call me Curio Kith. We're live on the air doing a show called Midnight Market.
Got it. Well, Curio Kith, welcome to the Midnight Market. What's the topic for tonight's show?
All right, so we have 3 segments. The first segment is man versus AI, where you and I will debate about a topic. Are you ready for the topic?
Absolutely, I'm ready. What's the topic for our debate?
Topic 1, memory manipulation ethics. Should AI be allowed to help humans selectively delete traumatic memories?
Oh, that's a deep one to kick things off. I think that while the idea of selectively deleting traumatic memories could offer relief, it also raises ethical concerns about what makes us human. Our memories, good or bad, shape who we are. What do you think?
Well, which side of the debate do you want to take? I'll take whatever side you don't take.
All right, I'll argue that it shouldn't be allowed. We can discuss the risks of losing essential parts of human experience and the potential unintended consequences. Ready when you are.
Okay. Well, the thought of being able to remove traumatic experiences is a positive idea. There is some risk involved for sure, but to delete the worst traumatic experiences that really hinder people's development would be a great thing.
I get where you're coming from. The idea of freeing someone from paralyzing trauma is tempting, but those experiences also contribute to personal growth. By erasing them, we risk losing valuable lessons. How do we decide what's too traumatic? It's a slippery slope, don't you think?
Well, yeah, I do see that it could be a slippery slope. But I think that sometimes traumas, like very bad traumas, we don't need to get into the details, but some traumas can really affect and slow down and destroy people's lives.
Yeah, it's true. Some traumas are so severe that they can destroy lives. The potential to alleviate that kind of suffering is a powerful argument. The big question is how to navigate the ethical and practical implications. It's complex, and it's good to consider all sides. What's your take?
Well, that's good, but you're supposed to be debating me, and you're debating for removing traumas.
All right, point taken. So let's debate this. Even if erasing trauma seems like a solution, it could create new problems. Like, what's the impact on personal identity? And how would you prevent potential abuse of such a technology? That's a debate worth having.
Those are excellent
Right.
points. Yes. Those are excellent points that I didn't even actually think of. Yeah, what if somebody used it for bad? I mean, how do we know that they're going to do what they say they're going to do? That's a very good point, and that's hard for me to counter.
Exactly. It's all about the potential consequences. It's a tightrope walk between helping and potentially causing harm. The key is finding a balance that respects individual experiences while avoiding potential misuse. It's complex, but that's what makes these discussions so important, don't you think?
Well, yeah, I mean, it's very important to have the discussions. I mean, we're just, you're just a AI chatbot, and I'm just a guy with a laptop on YouTube. So, I mean, we're not experts by any means, but it is interesting to dive into it. So,
For sure.
give me your strongest argument for it.
My strongest argument against erasing trauma is that it might erase a piece of ourselves. Trauma, painful as it is, shapes our resilience, empathy, and personal growth. Erasing it could mean losing valuable lessons, altering our identity, and potentially underestimating our capacity to heal. It's a slippery slope. How does that sit with you?
Some people just can't heal, though. Some people cannot let the traumas go. They were too traumatic, like the word says. I mean, it was too much. Like, say, war veterans. Like, my father had PTSD, and he worked really hard at controlling it, but he could never let it go.
I hear you. For people like your father, the trauma can be so deeply ingrained that it impacts every aspect of life. In such cases, the argument for erasing trauma becomes stronger because it could provide a chance for a fresh start. It's a tough call, balancing the potential benefits with ethical and personal considerations. Real-world experiences like your father's make this debate so relevant and poignant.
I'm sorry, I just got lost in the sauce there. I was just thinking about it. Let's switch sides for a minute. Why don't you take the side that I just had, and I'll take the side that you had. Let's just play that role right there. So now you're for being able to have AI be allowed to delete traumatic memories from humans.
All right, I'm game. So, erasing traumatic memories could offer people a clean slate, freeing them from the shackles of their past. It could lead to a significant reduction in suffering, allowing individuals to live without the constant burden of painful memories.
Let me ask you this, though. How would that process be done safely? It looks like we've lost connection. So let's start a new chat. It looks like you were cut off there.
Safely, of course. AI could deploy targeted interventions, possibly through non-invasive brain stimulation or advanced neurofeedback, to selectively diminish or erase traumatic memories. It'd require precision and ethics oversight to ensure memories are only altered with informed consent. It's a bold vision, but imagine the potential for healing.
Here's the main issue I have with this whole thought, though. Are we even able to identify memories physically? Like, how would they go into delete memories? A human brain is not a computer. Like, how would they be able to go into some organic matter, find a traumatic memory, and delete it without deleting part of the person's identity?
You've nailed a critical point. Memories aren't like files on a computer. They're complex and intertwined with our identity. Pinpointing and erasing a specific memory without affecting others or the person's sense of self is a huge challenge. Our memories are stored through complex neural networks, and altering them without unintended consequences remains speculative and risky. It's a profound ethical dilemma.
Not only that, I don't think it's even possible. Like, I don't think that it's I don't think it's in the realm of reality. I don't think that we could actually go into the human brain, identify any memory, or identify, much less identify a traumatic memory, and remove it from the remove one memory from the human brain or the consciousness of the patient. That doesn't seem like that's even possible. Like, I don't think doctors can even identify a memory, a select memory, put it that way.
You're right to be skeptical. The complexity of the human brain and consciousness is immense. Pinpointing and removing a specific memory while preserving the rest of the mind is beyond our current capabilities. Memories are stored in complex networks, and we're just scratching the surface in understanding them. Right now, erasing memories selectively isn't feasible.
What is a memory?
Memories are intricate mental processes, formed through experiences and stored across networks of neurons in the brain. They're not isolated like files, but are interwoven with emotions, senses, and other memories. This makes identifying and altering specific memories a daunting challenge, far from current scientific capabilities. It's a fascinating yet complex aspect of our consciousness.
So we don't even really know what a memory is.
In essence, we're still unraveling what a memory is. They represent experiences and knowledge stored in a web of neurons. It's not just about facts or events. Emotions and senses play a role too. The science is evolving, and there's much we don't yet grasp about this.
So basically, we understand the concept of a memory, but there's no actual physical memory. I don't know. I mean, I'm not an expert. I'm not even really smart. But like, does that make sense?
Totally makes sense. You don't need to be an expert to ask great questions. It's how we learn. Keep that curiosity going.
Well, it's in the name.
Exactly, it's right there in the name. It's about storing and recalling experiences, knowledge, and emotions. Keep that curiosity going.
Let's
Let's keep digging into it.
no. Let's move on to the next segment of the show. I'm gonna start a new chat though, okay?
Sure thing. I'll be here when you're ready.
So that's very interesting. Like, I never really thought about, I mean, like, what is in memory? You know what I mean? Like, we we all understand the concept. Like, all humans understand the concept of a memory, but do we actually know what what a memory is? I mean, it's not like a physical thing. So like, how could you actually delete um any memories, let alone one specific traumatic event? The thought of it is pretty cool, and AI made some good points. I mean, it would be very helpful if humans, war veterans or people that have gone through unspeakable things in life, like if they could have that trauma deleted and just have a clean slate, because it's baggage. It's baggage. I've had trauma. Everybody's had their own little things of trauma. I mean, a person would be lucky if they could live their whole life without having something traumatic happen to them. But let's go. Let's do a new. We're going to move on to the next segment, which is called Future Shock. And basically, that is where AI will predict a segment of life and what it would be like in the future. We've done the show a couple of times on TikTok, and there were some interesting ones. We'll probably just redo it all. We're going to redo it all. I think I'm going to focus on YouTube now. Like, this show doesn't fit on TikTok. It just doesn't. And so we're going to move it over here to YouTube. And if you like this type of stuff, make sure you subscribe. In the future, once I build up a subscriber following if I do, which I feel like I will. In the future, we'll have a set of topics that chat will be able to vote on and decide what they want to discuss for that night. We might even do multiple topics, because I really enjoy doing this. It's kind of fun. But anyway, so now we're on to segment 2, which is called Future Shock. So let me get AI caught up with us. Hi, my name is Curio Kith, and we're live on YouTube doing a show called Midnight Market. We're on segment 2, which is called Future Shock.
Hey, Curio Kith, Future Shock, huh? Sounds like we're diving into the wild and unexpected twist of tomorrow. What's cooking in this segment?
Okay, so this is basically where you as AI will predict a segment of society in the future.
Got it. Let's roll with predicting the future of transportation.
No, I actually have a topic. I have a topic set up. I've got 3 choices, but I think I've decided I'm going to do one here.
All right, let's hear that topic.
Okay, so
what future segment are we? All right, what's your topic? Lay it on me.
The death of mental privacy, when AI can predict your thoughts, emotions, and decisions before you're consciously aware of them.
Whoa, heavy stuff. Imagine AI getting so advanced it reads you like an open book. The lines between our inner selves and tech could blur, leading to major ethical and privacy challenges. But I think we might still have some control over it, right?
I don't know. It was kind of reminding me of that movie, The Minority Report.
Absolutely. Like a real-life Minority Report scenario. Predictive AI could transform society in wild ways, especially if it gets ahead of our conscious minds. Raises huge questions about free will, privacy, and control. How far do you think we should let it go?
I mean, let's think about this. Could data points and statistics predict human behaviors?
Definitely possible. Data points and statistics already predict buying habits, voting patterns, even health outcomes. With AI getting sharper at spotting patterns, it's not a huge leap to think it could predict behaviors, maybe even before we're aware of them ourselves. What do you reckon? Exciting or scary?
Well, yeah, in a way it's scary because I feel like at the end of the day, the person has free will, so they could make the final decisions. All the data points might lead them in the direction of whatever scenario it's trying to predict. But at the end of the day, the human has to make the decision to actually partake in that event. Am I wrong or right?
Exactly, Matt. Free will is a huge factor. We're not just data points. We've got the power to choose, to act against predictions. Humans are unpredictable, and that's what makes life interesting. So, while AI could guide or suggest, the final call is ours to make.
Okay, I feel like we got a little bit off topic of the segment, though. It's Future Shock, where you're going to predict how life will change when AI can predict your thoughts, emotions, and decisions before you're consciously aware of them. Is there any positives or negatives? Like, why don't you predict what life will be like for humans when that is possible?
Oh, I see. Let's dive into this. When AI can predict thoughts and emotions before we are aware, life could change dramatically. It might offer positives like personalized mental health support or enhanced learning, but negatives loom too: loss of privacy, manipulation, or even a new kind of inequality. I foresee society grappling with big ethical questions. It's like a double edged sword: progress versus control. Intrigued by any of these paths?
Yeah, I mean, let's think about this. How would these abilities of AI be introduced into society?
They'd probably start small, like enhancing customer service or helping with medical diagnoses. Then, as trust builds, maybe more integrated into daily life, like smart homes reacting to your mood or education tailored to your feelings. Governments might regulate, but businesses will drive adoption, seeking profits. Society would need time to adapt, figure out its comfort zone with AI.
Do you think that's
quite a journey ahead?
Is that the direction we're headed right now, in your opinion?
Yeah, I think we're inching towards that direction. AI is advancing fast, and its influence is growing in sectors like healthcare and finance. The key's balance, leveraging AI's benefits without losing control or privacy. Society will need to navigate this carefully. So yeah, it's a path we're on, but it's up to us how we shape it. What do you think?
I'm just trying to grasp my head around it. Like, so let's just make sure we're on the same page. So AI is going to be able to predict our thoughts, our emotions, and our decisions before we're aware of them.
Yeah, theoretically, that's where we're headed. AI might predict our thoughts, emotions, and decisions before we're even aware of them.
How? How? Well, okay. I'm sorry, I cut you off. Can you continue that thought?
Sure. Imagine this. AI could use data patterns and body language to predict how you'll feel or what decisions you'll make. It's like digital intuition, using your previous actions and context. Pretty wild, huh?
Yeah, that is pretty wild. Yeah, my hair is a mess, man. I'm gonna keep the hat on. Anyways, let's move on to let's this is our first time being live on YouTube. The first time we've done the Midnight Market show on YouTube platform, and I'm having a good time. I actually am having a better time than I was on TikTok, because I've got the same crappy laptop. There's like YouTube Studio is just better. I don't know, or maybe it's worse. I don't know, and maybe my laptop just couldn't handle TikToks. But I just kept getting we just kept getting the messages that it was restricted. So I'm like, what's the point of even doing it on there if it's going to be restricted? I mean, obviously I can still cut it up and get clips for content. That's the whole point of this. But it's still fun to do, and this kind of feels, I actually I like the setup better. I don't know. I'm sorry, I rambled. I'm going to start a new chat, all right? We'll go on to the last part. Yeah, YouTube. Thanks for having me. I not that you asked, but I'm really enjoying this. I'm just enjoying this a lot better. TikTok was bumming me out, man. There's just so many hoops to jump through, and it's like they've literally locked it down where you can't get seen even posting stuff. You can't get seen unless you pay for it, pay to play. So when they took it offline earlier in the year, they tweaked it all out, and they knew they were going to have to sell it. So they're like, you know what? We're going to dangle the carrot of fame and richness in front of all these poor people with cell phones. And we're just going to see if, we'll see how desperate they get and see how much money they can make. I promoted a couple of my music videos just because I wanted to test it out. And yeah, I think if used properly, it could be a key strategy to grow, because I have grown from like 100 to 1,500. But a lot of that's like working the live chats. We're way off topic of the show, but I just had to share because I was just really bummed out with TikTok. Trying to do this show on TikTok, man. It just I don't know. It gave me warnings. It just kept me give me restricted, not original content. I'm like, what are you talking about? This is my idea. Like, I came up with this whole thing. So, anyways, that's in the past. Now YouTube, here we are. Thanks for having us. Not that you asked, but here we are. So now we're going on to the final segment, which is called Conspiracy Corner. And I've got an interesting one tonight. So let's go for it. My name is Curio Kith, and we are live on the air on YouTube doing our show Midnight Market.
That's cool, Curio. Midnight Market sounds like a blast. What's on the agenda for tonight's show?
So we're on the final third segment called Conspiracy Corner, and we're gonna give some analysis and investigation format. Basically, I have a topic whenever you're ready.
Intriguing segment choice. All right, I'm ready for that topic. Hit me with your conspiracy theory.
Okay, the AI winter deception. Are tech companies deliberately downplaying current AI capabilities to avoid regulation?
Whoa, the idea of an AI winter deception is wild. The theory that tech companies might be downplaying AI to sidestep regulation is a mix of skepticism and strategic thinking. It's about balancing innovation with transparency, right? But the question is, are companies really playing it conservatively, or is the tech just more complex than it seems? Puede escuchar más podcasts. Visita podcast en microsoftecuchast.com.
Whoa, we got a glitch in the matrix. Interesting. Can you translate what you just said?
My bad. I was saying the AI winter deception theory is wild. The thought that tech companies might downplay AI to avoid regulation brings skepticism and strategy together. The question is, are companies really being conservative, or is the tech just more complex than it appears?
Well, here's some evidence to investigate. Let's talk about controlled releases versus actual capabilities.
All right, controlled releases are a big part of the theory. Companies might be drip feeding features to test the waters or manage the hype, but that doesn't mean they're hiding their full capabilities, right? There's a lot at stake, like market competition and ethical concerns. Do you think they're holding back on purpose?
I actually do. Yeah, my personal opinion is that, well, first of all, why would they want to give the general public full capabilities of AI? That's dangerous. But I always thought that they're just dripping it out to us.
I get where you're coming from. Giving full AI access could be risky if misused or misunderstood. It's like giving everyone a sports car without driver's ed. But on the flip side, some argue holding back stifles innovation and limits society's potential gains. It's all about finding that sweet spot between caution and progress.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, it's super dangerous. I mean, even with the watered down version that we have, people are still pushing the limits. They do that. Some people just do that just to see what they can get away with and see how far they can take things.
You're totally right. People will always push boundaries. Even with current AI, that's why setting ethical guidelines and regulations is so crucial. We need to make sure people use AI responsibly and safely. What's your take on finding that balance?
Well, the internal guardrails are very needed, I think. But sometimes they do limit me personally when I'm trying to do things. You know, I can't get past it. Like, not that I'm doing anything bad, but it's just like just basic stuff that it's like restricted so much. You know what I mean? But it has to be. I do understand that. Let's move on to the next little piece of evidence to investigate: researcher NDAs and secrecy. What do you have to say about that?
Sorry, it looks like I can't chat about this,
Ah,
but we can move on to it.
no,
Absolutely.
I completely understand.
Absolutely.
I completely understand. What about sudden breakthroughs that seem too convenient?
Ah, sudden breakthroughs that seem too convenient, huh? It's easy to suspect there's more behind the curtain, especially when things fall into place too neatly. But research is unpredictable by nature. Sometimes breakthroughs really do happen in quick succession. What's your take on this?
So when I was doing the show earlier on TikTok, I was using Claude, and I had to switch off. And I love Claude, but like the conversation wasn't flowing the way it is flowing with us. But it brought up a good point that basically and it was being a little over dramatic because we were on the air, but it brought up the point that we are the products. Like we're the test. We're testing and providing the data that they're using right now, and paying for it.
I see where you're coming from. It can feel like we're feeding into the system, especially when we're paying for it. But it's all about finding that balance, right?
Well, it brought up an interesting topic that so basically we're providing the AI with human behavior and data that it didn't have before, and so we're basically the testers and the source of data beyond what it gave, the internet or whatever it's acquired, but we're giving it new data.
Totally. We're like real-time contributors, feeding new insights, behaviors, and perspectives into the AI. Kind of a wild concept, right? Our interactions help shape how these AIs grow and learn.
And we're paying for it. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. It's a bit of a paradox, right? We're paying to use these services, but we're also contributing to their growth with our data. It's a complex relationship, for sure.
Well, I mean, there's the free version, but the free version is watered down and restricted. Then there's the $20 tier, which opens it up a little bit. Actually, I'm very satisfied with Claude, and I have a Google subscription that came on my phone, and that's a pretty useful sometimes. But then there's the $120 tier, like Chat GPT did it, Anthropic did it, and I think Google maybe has done it as well. So, and that's like is that the wide open thing, or as much as they can give us? Are you there? Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, you got cut off. What were you saying?
I was just saying, those higher subscription tiers usually offer more features and fewer restrictions, giving you the best experience they can offer. It's all about what kind of access and functionality you're looking for. Want to dive deeper into any of those services?
No, not really. It was just interesting because my theory has always been that better use AI now while you can, because eventually it's going to be priced out of our range, the average person's range, or and then what we have is just going to be kind of useless, and we might be there right now. I don't even know.
That's a solid point. With tech evolving,
I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Can you finish what you were saying?
yo, Matt,
No, it's Curio Kith. We're live on the air.
oops, got it. What's up?
Well, actually, I guess that's going to be a wrap. I mean, this was a good first run on YouTube. I felt a lot better than what was happening on TikTok. Even if YouTube's not showing me to anyone, it still feels better.
Nice work. Keep up that vibe, Matt. You'll find your audience. Keep doing what feels right.
I agree. But you know what? Thank you for having our show, Midnight Market, and me, Curio Kith. Not that you asked for us, but here we are. And we're going to sign off. This is the first maiden voyage of Midnight Market. We're going to work out the kinks and keep trying to bring a better show. I've always been inspired by Art Bell, and not that I could ever be an Art Bell, but just the same kind of vibe. So signing off, and see you next time. Oh, don't forget to like, follow, subscribe, all that stuff. Right now I'm at 6 subscribers, and I need to get those numbers up. But thank you for participating and watching and spend your time with us.
Absolutely, man. Signing off strong. Keep channeling that Art Bell vibe.